Hello there, welcome to the Fundamental Analysis tutorial series for Forex traders. We have another topic today. So today we are going to talk about recession. What is a recession? So recession is a synonym of contraction in business cycle in which overall economic activity declines significantly. The businesses are down, the economic output is down, and all economic activity suffers negative growth. Broadly speaking, a recession is popularly defined as two consecutive quarters of negative GDP growth. And recession kicks in when we have these four indicators coming on the surface. For example, number one, aggregate demand drops due to less consumer spending. So consumer spending is low. Number two, decreasing manufacturing growth, employment, and income. So all these decreasing indicators. Number three, when GDP falls down by almost 10%. So this is one of the main indicator of a recession. And then we have prolonged 3 to 4 years recession is also referred to as extreme case of recession, and it's called economic depression. So if you look at this business cycle, this is where the white circle is called recession, and it happens when we see expansion period and it reaches peak, and from there the economy contracts and falls further into recession. So how we declare recession, that is the most important question. So for example, in United Kingdom, most popular is two consecutive quarters of declining GDP or negative GDP when it happens. So this is where it is declared in UK that they are in a recession. In USA, there is an institute, NBER, National Bureau of Economic Research, who officially declares the dates of all the phases of business cycles by assessing different factors of the US economy. And NBER defines a recession as a significant decline in one of these or mostly these following economic indicators. For example, real GDP, real income, employment, industrial production, wholesale and retail sales. So all these indicators, when they go into negative, when they fall down, NBER defines them as recession. And in European Union, they have a different way of declaring a recession and assessing recession. They use a range of other criteria such as employment rate and the depth of decline in economic activity to decide if it's a recession or not. So what is the role of NBER in USA? Basically, NBER determines the time of recession, but their determination usually takes months, and by the time the NBER determines that a recession is official, the actual slowdown in the economy has ended and the economy is basically en route to recovery. So this is what NBER does. NBER also tracks the average length of the US recession. For example, according to NBER data from 1945 to 2009, the average recession lasted about 11 months. This seems an improvement over earlier eras. From 1854 to 1919, the average recession lasted 21.6 months. And over the past 30 years, the US has gone through four recessions. So what is the historic recession timeline? We see just recently the COVID-19 recession. The most recent recession began in February 2020 and lasted only 2 months, making it the shortest US recession in history. And before that, we had this Great Recession from December 2007 to June 2009. It was caused partly by a bubble in the real estate market. The Great Recession was not as severe as the Great Depression, and this Great Recession actually lasted for about 18 months. Then we had dot-com recession from March 2001 to November 2001. At the turn of the millennium, the US was facing several major economic problems, including fallout from the tech bubble crash and accounting scandals at companies like Enron. and also it was also capped by 9/11 terrorist attacks as well. And then lastly, we have this Gulf War recession from July 1990 to March 1991. It starts at 90s, early 90s. The U.S. went through a short 8-month recession, partly caused by oil prices during the first Gulf War. So this was a bit of a very basic introduction about recession. Thanks for watching and have a good day.